What's up, guys? So I made a enclosure video for Savannah Monitor Care. Got a Savannah monitor I've had for about 3 or 4 years now, squiggy. What I did was I took one of these, bought a galvanized stock metal bin, and they're really light. You can get them 4 feet, 5 feet, 6 feet. So I have that as the base for his enclosure. And what I did was I bought these two. They come as 2 separate ones. The 24 by 24. It's called expanded metal, and it's pretty sturdy. And what I did was I built almost like a door, so you could open up and close it. I bought a little hinge that I put in between the two, and I kind of took some washers and bolts and screws, and I put them together like that. And then for the outer edges, because the outer edges of the sides of these expanded metal things are really, really sharp. So when I cut the shit out of my hand when I was making it, and what I did was I took some Gorilla Tape and I just put it around the outer edges of it. So it makes almost like a homemade vent. And what I did was I just took some pieces of small wood, and I just bolted them to the side, like screwed them to the side with some washers and stuff to hold so it's got a nice base for the top. But yeah, it didn't cost too much. These pieces here are about $30 a piece. So I bought 2 of these. Hinge was something like $8 or $9. And the galvanized stock tanks, you can get them anywhere from $150, $200. This one I got a good deal on. Only paid about $114 for it. So and I got some tiles in there too, which will hold the heat while they get really, really hot. For his for digesting food and stuff like that. I bought him a couple of tubes that I actually cut in half. So I'm going to build it up a little bit higher. I just did this thing yesterday, so I'm going to work on it a little bit more. Maybe put some 2x4s where he has more climbing space. And I have 2 250-watt bulbs. One of them's a mercury, and one of them's just a red heating lamp. So he's got about 500 watts of heat going in this. So it's pretty warm for him. And yeah, it's a good idea if anybody wants to get build a reptile enclosure. It's not going to cost you too much money, and you can actually move it. If you can move it around the house, if you want to put it in different spots of the house, you can. If you want to, put it upstairs, you can. It's not that heavy to carry. But yeah, it's pretty good idea. I put it together, and it's easy to clean. But I figured I'd just upload the video if anybody wants to have a reptile. Reptiles, you can keep them in this. Don't use it for snakes because they'll get out. I have plenty of those. But for the Savannah monitor, they make a great enclosure.